of our local nuclear workforce. I'm also here to speak in the role as chair of the Nuclear Workforce Initiative, a forward-thinking program developed by the SRS Community Reuse Organization to assess the future needs of regional employers and ensure that those needs are met. In 2009, the SRSCRO conducted an extensive and independent study of 8 area nuclear employers through a contract with Booz Allen Hamilton. The study concluded that more than 10,000 workers will be needed in the next decade in this region alone to support the expansion of nuclear energy in our 2-state region and to replace retirees. With about 50% of the nuclear industry staffers nearing retirement, this is a very critical issue. In addition, new jobs will be created that must be filled. Our vision for our region is that as many people as possible locally are prepared for these jobs. In other words, we want our citizens to have the option to receive their education locally and go to work locally for our nuclear employers. This includes workers who will fill the needed positions at the Savannah River site, as well as those in the area commercial nuclear plants. We are implementing a unified strategy to address present and future workforce needs in our collaboration of the institutions that I mentioned. Working closely with partners in business, academia, economic development, state and local governments, we are focused on ensuring that people of our region have an opportunity to develop the skills they need to fill regional nuclear energy jobs. We call this effort Growing Our Own Through Collaboration. Together, we are building a collaborative of local programs at local colleges that prepare graduates for a variety of needed professions to support nuclear employment across all spectrums of job categories and support opportunities for economic growth. The work we are doing here has been recognized as cutting edge. A group of local colleges and universities working together to provide an array of unduplicated programs within a region. This approach is now being duplicated in other areas of the country as we all prepare for an expected nuclear renaissance to support nuclear power as an expanding source of our nation's electricity. In order to fully recognize that renaissance, we do believe it's essential for our country to reach consensus on the best way to close the fuel cycle. This is the great unanswered question about nuclear energy. And just as the resurgence of nuclear energy could be threatened by a lack of qualified workers, it can also be slowed or even derailed by our failure to satisfactorily spell out how we handle waste materials. We know nuclear energy is safe. We know it is reliable. We know it is scalable, that it can grow from its current 20% share to produce even larger quantities of electricity to meet most of our future needs. What we don't know at this moment is how the spent fuel from these plants and the higher level defense waste from government facilities like the Savannah River site will be managed long term. We thought we had the answer. We thought the answer would be a place called Yucca Mountain in the Nevada desert, where these materials could be stored safely and permanently. But that solution has been taken off the table. We believe that's a serious mistake, and now we are back to the drawing board without ready answers. I don't envy your job, the job of this commission, that you have been given to recommend a long-term management solution of the spent fuel and nuclear waste. But I do know that finding the answer is important and that it is an essential step in increasing the role of nuclear power as an energy workhorse for our country. Like other speakers today, we are concerned about the billions of dollars that have been paid into the Nuclear Waste Fund with no apparent benefit to date. As you well know, the Nuclear Waste Fund was created to pay for permanent storage of commercial spent fuel. We strongly believe those dollars in that fund should be applied directly to the task of closing the fuel cycle, whatever form that eventually takes. For our part, we will do what is necessary to make sure that the workforce is trained and ready for current and future jobs in the nuclear industry. As educators, we work with our partners to make sure that there are enough scientists, engineers, health physicists, welders, technicians, and other skills and specialties needed to meet the industry's needs. With these talents, we can expand our horizons to encompass new nuclear technology, such as small nuclear reactors, to create even more jobs, increase the export of U.S. goods and services, be even a better friend to the environment, enhance our national security and energy policy. For your part, we trust you will objectively examine the alternatives available for closing the fuel cycle and aggressively advocating what you believe will solve this challenge while engendering trust and confidence amongst the American public. In doing so, we believe you will find the Savannah River site and the region's educators are educating a skilled workforce to be willing and valuable allies. Your success is critical if nuclear energy is to become more fully supportive of our energy future. We thank you for your service and participation. Thank you.